Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys for continuing rocking with me. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about right before Drake passing, how it was right before she passed. You know, what happened. This video is going to be all over the place. I'm talking, I'm trying to do my makeup, trying to think, I'm getting sidetracked, I'm getting down, I'm getting up. Y'all just bear with me. Yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then just stay tuned. It's probably not the best, guys, because yeah, I just do my makeup and do what works for me. So anyway, lippies, I got on 2 lippies right before I get started, so I want you guys to see. I got Forever Matte on, and I got the crayon lippy. I got 2 lippies on. It's like a bronze and a burgundy, and it gave it that like light. Anyway, I got a green screen. I'm so excited. So yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thanks for all the positive feedback, well wishes and prayers. I love you guys so much, and I thank you guys so much for continuing to rock with me. And yeah, I'm gonna be posting a lot more now because I need to post to make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this helped me come out of my, you know what I'm saying, sunken like depression space that I was finding myself. I was sinking after Dre's passing, and this makes me happy. So it always made me happy, so I'm glad to be back. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. I love y'all. And yeah, I'm about to do my makeup. We're gonna talk a little bit. Talk about what I have been doing to get through the passing of my past lover. I guess that's what you want to call it, past lover, because, you know, she's no longer here. I'm about to do my makeup. The way I got this stuff set up, y'all will be like, what in the world, girl? So I'm gonna put like clips in here of different scenes that I'm talking about, I think, if I can do it. This is my first time doing green screen, so hopefully it worked. Let's get started, y'all. So first, I'm gonna go in with, even though I did my brows earlier today, I went to the store, I went to DD's, I recorded that actually. I'm gonna do them again. Like, I'm really tired, but I'm gonna do my makeup anyway, just because I wanna experience this green screen, see how it works before, you know, I use it like on mukbangs and stuff like that. So bear with me, y'all, because y'all know I do my makeup for me and me only. I ordered this, same e.l.f. brand. And look, please tell me what's going on, y'all. This is my complexion. This is not. So I'm glad I still have some of this, but I'm irritated because what if I was out? Today is December the 4th. Oh man. Tomorrow make 2 months. Tomorrow make 2 months that Dre have been gone. 2 months. For y'all that don't know, Dre, she was my everything. Was going to be wife in October. We was together 13 years. That was my road, my wife. She passed away due to COVID, October 5th. It's gonna be December 5th tomorrow. Sorry y'all if y'all hear my fan going, but my fan is going because it's hot in here. Tomorrow will be 2 months that Dre has been passed on, and I'm doing much better, even though I still have, like, I haven't cleaned her closet, the side of her closet out yet. Excuse me if I'm looking over here, y'all, because my mirror is over here and my camera is over here, and I'm trying to record both. Anyway, August, we just had a 13-year anniversary. And don't be in the comments talking about why I do this and that with my makeup. I do my makeup according to what makes me feel good and how I look. So I'm not a professional, I'm not none of that. I just know when I'm done with my makeup, it looks good to me. August 9th was our 13-year anniversary, and for those who follow us know this. Y'all know that our anniversary is August 9th. For some reason, we celebrated our anniversary early this year. Mind blowing. Now that I think about it, you know, I just putting everything together after she passed is just like mind blowing. We had our anniversary early for some reason. Why we did that, I have no idea what made us celebrate early. Oh, we both had to work. So we celebrated early. Usually we celebrate our anniversary after our anniversary. So we'll be like, we'll just wait and celebrate our anniversary after the fact. Crazy because we celebrate our anniversary August, like I think it was like 7th, 5th, 6th, 7th, one of them. She took me to Ruth Chris. That's crazy because I always wanted to go there. Like I always wanted to experience Ruth Chris. And if you know, Ruth Chris is very expensive. You know, for the both of us, our bill was damn near $400 because we got, she took me to Ruth Chris. I posted a video on that. I don't know if I posted a full video because that's the same week we went and got tested for COVID. For some reason, Dre had went to work. No, what happened was we had came home and we partied. And I'm gonna insert a couple of clips. Dre was feeling good. Like she wasn't sick. She wasn't nothing. Like she was enjoying herself. She was partying hard. I mean, like her and my mom, we both was partying. My mom was here. Dre was, you know, they was lit. How I'm gonna do that with this green screen, but yeah, she was doing good. Like, she enjoyed herself. She danced. She drank. She cried because of her brother. Like, she really enjoyed herself. She went to work the next day. The very next day, y'all. And I think that got a lot to do with, like, her immune system wasn't able to fight because she was tired. Like, her body couldn't really fight because it didn't have, you know, I don't know. I guess she was tired. I don't know. Like, her body, don't give me the line. I have no idea. She a truck driver for whoever follow her. She went to work and all of a sudden she developed a cough when she got in her truck. Like the next day, yeah, I think like the next day she was in her truck, she developed a cough. You know, she was like, I don't know why I'm coughing, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the first thing everybody think of when people do anything now is COVID. So we like, you know, why the heck are you coughing? Blah, blah, blah. You know, hope you ain't got COVID. She was like, I don't think, you know, it's COVID. And I'm like, I don't think it is either, you know, because don't nobody want to claim COVID, you know, don't nobody want COVID. So I was like, I don't think it's COVID either. She came home, then she started developing like fever, all the signs that they tell you about COVID. She had every sign, sore muscle, all that. But we thought maybe it was just like a typical flu, like not COVID. But just, you know, sickness. She gets sometimes when she over the road all the time. She came home, came home like the next day she was sick or whatever. She came home, mind you, after our anniversary and all that. She went to work, she caught COVID. She came home, we didn't know she had COVID. We thought it was just a regular sickness. The next day we got tested. We slept in the same bed and everything. But she had a mask on just because she was coughing. And we always wear masks, even before COVID. Because we sleep in the same bed and we don't want to get each other sick. So, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place because I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to do my makeup. I don't even know why I'm doing my makeup. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm going to take it right off. She came home. She had a mask on. You know, we were asleep. She had a mask on. The next day, we went to Walgreens. We all got tested. We went inside. Dre is the type of person, she's very stubborn. She's a Taurus. She's so stubborn. I was like, forget work, you know what I'm saying? Your health is more important, just stay home. But she was like, well, I already got the load, and, you know, she was so all about completion. And y'all know, if y'all go back to some other videos, she was all about completion. So she felt like she needed to finish her assignment. She felt like she needed to finish. So instead of her staying home, like I would have done, she went to work. So she went to work 2 days later, because it took 48 hours for us to get our results. My mom got tested too because she was going back home, and I got nieces, and you know, I just didn't want her to give nothing to the kids or whatever. I'm using this today. Yeah, so we got tested. She went to work. 2 days later, we got the results back. Hers came back. Mine came back negative. And my mama's came back negative. So I just knew Dre's came back negative. You know, she was asleep at the time. And I was like, Dre, we got our results back. Go look. Because, you know, she the one that was sick. And she the reason why we really took a test. Because she was sick. And I was like, go look. You know, we got our results back. Whatever, whatever. And then she was like, she looked and hers came back. When you negative, your test come back green. And it says negative. And I just knew she was negative, y'all. I don't know if she was in disbelief or did she call me back or I called her. I don't know, but I called her or she called me and I was like, what's your results? And she said, positive. I said, stop playing. I'm thinking she playing. So I'm laughing like, stop playing, Dre. For real though, what's your results? And she said, I'm for real. Positive. And I'm like, what? And she knew I wasn't believing what she was saying, so she sent me the test results email. She sent them to me, definitely positive. It was red. And I couldn't believe it, and I just was like, what? So I done. Never in a day did I think it was gonna take her life. Never. We never thought it was gonna do that. Like I say, I think people know when they about to go, because when I put everything together, everything just seemed like she knew. Like, I don't know. I know y'all know that saying when they say people know. Even our posts on Facebook, every anniversary we post to each other. Love about each other. How is the next year and blase, blase. Sorry, y'all say blase, blase a lot. But every year we post to each other and we want to spend many, many more together. And I can't wait to spend many, many more years together, right? Every year. I'm going to pull up a couple of years that Dre had made a post to me. Mind you, every year I post pictures of the both. Every year Dre posts pictures of the both of us. But this last year, she posted one picture. And it was of me. The post she posted was like she was dedicating the post to me. Like she just, it was so weird. And then what's so crazy, in every single post, she always called me her ride or die. It's so crazy because I was there riding it through with her. And I was there when she took her last breath. So that's just so weird to me, y'all. It's still just mind blowing. It's just like every day I'm just thinking like, Dre, Pat, like I just can't believe it. I just can't fathom. I can't get it through my mind that she's passed on. I just can't get it through my mind. So crazy to me. And I can't see good. I mean, I can't see what I'm doing. See, this already look jacked up. What messes people up is, I guess, the COVID pneumonia. Like a lot of people catch COVID and I guess they, you know, they beat it or they get through, you know. But she had COVID pneumonia because she was still trying to work and do things on top of having COVID. Actually, she had to. She didn't have to do nothing. She could have just came home and said, F that truck, F that job. You know, I wish she would have did that now. Now I wish she would have just said, hell with that job, came on home. But, you know, Dre's so stubborn. And y'all know this. Y'all know Dre, the ones that been following us. Y'all know Dre is stubborn. Dre is all about completion. She always preached about it. And there's nothing that I can tell her to make her leave that truck or come home and say hell with that job. On her way coming home, she was so sick. Sweats, chills, body aches, everything. Oxygen levels was low. That's what was messing her up. By the time she got to the hospital, her oxygen level was 84. But on her way home, she was sick. At one point, she didn't even move her truck. Like, she just stayed in one spot. And some told me in my gut, if I didn't push her to come home, she would have been on that road, probably passed on. Like, that's how bad her symptoms and stuff was. She couldn't really get up and move, I guess. So, you know, we had each other location. So I would see that she would still be sitting there in one spot. And she was saying how she couldn't get up. She was like, I can't get up. Like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. She was very tired. She was very tired. She was like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I can't get up. And I'm like, you need to get home because you don't want to be out there on the road, all the way out there. Don't nobody know where you at. Me and her mama was here, her sister, you know. We couldn't get to her. And you know, truckers, they be going all in the boondocks. Like, even though I had her location, I didn't know where she was at. So anyway, but what I did see is that she didn't move her truck. She was in one spot. And I'm like, get up out of the same spot and come home. I just pushed her to get home. Like, I kept looking at her location every 30 minutes. She was in the same spot. She would not move. She was like, I just can't. I don't have the strength. I don't have the strength. And I'm like, baby, get home, please, because I can't come get you, or I don't know where you at. Get home. So she eventually, thank God, got home. As soon as she got home is when her breathing started messing with her. She couldn't breathe. Like, she was like, like, it was just weird. It was just crazy how as soon as, and I picked her up from work. And it's crazy how as soon as I picked her up from work, is when everything just went downhill. Like, and we got home, and she was like, all I want to do is get upstairs, get in the shower, and get in my bed and go to sleep. And mind you, I was going to stay in the living room because she was positive and she had the quarantine and she was going to be in the room. She didn't even get to make it upstairs because she didn't have strength and she couldn't breathe. And I was like, well, we got to go to the hospital because you can't even come upstairs. And sometimes I regret taking her to the hospital, but then again, we had no choice. Like, she had to go to the hospital. But sometimes I feel like, damn, if I wouldn't have took her to the hospital, you know, I keep playing stuff like that in my head, and I know I shouldn't do that, but it's hard to not do that. She didn't get to come from the hospital. Like, she couldn't breathe, and she wanted to go to the hospital. But I still sometimes feel like if I wouldn't have took her to the hospital, would she be here? Type thing. You know, I keep saying that to myself, and then I keep hearing her voice in my head, like, you know, stop doing that. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't my fault. And I know it wasn't my fault, but when you love somebody and something like that happened, how do you... I definitely had to get over that. The fact that that wasn't my fault. You know what I mean? I had to get over the fact that she was really sick. She was really sick. And then the doctor, I'm jumping all over the place. Let me finish first. So anyway, I had to take her to the hospital because she couldn't breathe. I want her back. Like, I feel like, damn, you know, if I would have brought her upstairs, would she have made it? No. It was too bad. It was to the point to where too far because she was in her truck trying to get home. The pneumonia had filled her lungs. That's the reason why she had to go to the hospital, because the pneumonia had filled her lungs and she couldn't breathe. So we get to the hospital, you know, they test her or whatever, and of course she positive. We knew that. So, you know, I couldn't stay. I had to go. I called her every day. I called her every day until I was able to see her. And this is how messed up hospitals are. And this is how messed up this is, because she was COVID cleared. When finally got COVID cleared, we accidentally found out. Now, mind you, I'm calling the hospital every day to check on Dre, to see how she doing all day long. Because, you know, I work third shift, so all doing third shift, I'm calling. All during the day, I'm calling. And one of these nurses that I called happened to accidentally tell me that she was COVID cleared. Hold on, is what she said. But I'm grateful that, you know, she did tell me. But I'm like, okay, you know, like, what's going on? She like, oh, she can have visitors now. What? I said, how long she been COVID cleared? You know, since this morning. It was damn near the next morning. I got to be at work at 11. I always used to call, like, as soon as I got to work at 11. So you mean to tell me since this morning, she was able to have visitors? I could have went in to go see her, but I didn't even know anything about it. So I didn't go see her because I didn't even know. Like, what kind of mess is that? You know what I mean? I just felt like they could have did their job a little better than what they did. I just felt like, don't tell somebody that they family member is COVID cleared. How y'all forget to mention is what I feel like. So I got a lot of clips of Dre when she was in the hospital, but I'm not gonna enter them in here because I can't even go back and look at the pictures and videos because it feels so helpless, like I couldn't help her. You know what I mean? I just feel like I couldn't help her. So anyway, I go to the hospital. I used to go to the hospital with her every day. So when she got to the hospital, her oxygen level was 84. So they kept her. Because the doctor was like, I don't have any oxygen tanks. I can send you home with oxygen tanks, but I don't have any oxygen tanks to let you go home with. So you will have to stay. I don't feel comfortable sending you home. I don't fucking feel comfortable that she stayed. Because she didn't, I could see if she stayed and she made it. She didn't even make it. The ventilator is what gets you, y'all. The ventilator. So while she was on the ventilator, I used to ask the nurse. I asked the nurse, like, have you seen a lot of people, you know me, I'm the type of person, I just got to figure out what's going on. I'm like, so a lot of people, and you seen like a lot of people get on the ventilator and, they get better and stuff. And they, she told me she never seen no one get off the ventilator. She never seen that. And they kept saying, think of the worst, well, be prepared for the worst, be prepared for the worst, is what the doctors and the nurses kept saying. Be prepared for the worst. And that's so sad because it's like, damn, she ain't even been in here that long. She had just got there. And y'all talking about be prepared for the worst. And the first thing they kept asking is, was she vaccinated? Is she vaccinated? Is she vaccinated? And I'm thinking, why the hell do they keep asking is she vaccinated? Like we'll save her life if she was vaccinated type thing. I don't know. Y'all just got to be careful out here and pray for y'all people. Because I feel like it was all about her being vaccinated for some reason. I don't know why they kept asking me, is she vaccinated? I don't know why. But anyway, so let me get back on topic. When she finally was able to get visited, she wasn't all the way out of it yet. You know what I mean? Like she was still with it. Like she was sedated, but she wasn't like sedated, and she wasn't all the way sedated. Like she wasn't sedated and out at this time yet. She wasn't sedated and out. She was still, she was still with it. So I went there. As soon as she seen me, y'all, she started crying. As soon as she seen me. She was sedated. But she was still able to, I guess, know what was going on. That's what I want to say. She knew what was going on. So she had started crying, and I played our song. Every time I went, I played our song. But I played our song for her, and it's the Anything for You. And I'm pretty sure y'all know this because I said it in the last video. She started crying when she seen me, and that just messed me up. That messed me up, y'all, that she started crying. And I feel like she knew that she wasn't gonna make it off of that ventilator because I used to talk to her, right? And she knew what was going on. Like, I asked her, did she want me to call our son Elijah? When she was still with it, I was like, you want me to call Elijah? You want to talk to Elijah? And she said, yeah. So I called Elijah. She talked to him. And then other question, I was like, talking to her about certain things, and she knew. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes to certain things, she'll be like. And then certain things, she'll be like it'll be like a, if she was doing that. I was talking to her one day, and I was asking her all them questions and stuff, and then I said, when you get out of here, do you want to get married? I said, when you get out of here, we gonna go get married? That's how I said it. When you get out of here, when you get out of here, we gonna go get married. Now, everything that I was asking her, she was saying yes or no. And then she was staring at me a lot. And I said, I love you. And every time I said I love you, she would blink. And open her eyes. And then I said, when you get out of here, we gonna go get married, okay? She just looked at me. And she started crying. And she didn't say yes or no. So I had to keep asking her just to see, like, she know. You know what I mean? I was like, when you get out of here, we gonna go get married, okay? I said, do you wanna go get married? When you get out of here, do you wanna go get married? She did not one time answer that question. She did not answer that question. And I know because she knew she wasn't getting up out the hospital. That broke me. That broke me, y'all. Because at that moment, I knew that she knew because she didn't answer that question until a yes or no question. So I'm like, she know that she probably ain't getting at the hospital. And also what they do to you, they damn near drug you up until you die. It's like they drug you until your body give out and then you don't make it. They just kept her sedated. They kept her sedated and her body kept fighting the ventilator is what they say. Her body kept fighting it. It kept going off. Like it kept going off. It kept going off. It just finally gave out. And I'm telling y'all this because y'all my family and y'all was her family too. And I know y'all really enjoyed Dre. And I know she would want me to tell y'all because Dre always told y'all her, you know, things that happened. Like when she got into her accident at work. She told y'all about it. So I know that she would want me to tell y'all. I mean, y'all know it was due to COVID, but y'all don't know, you know. Don't pay attention to my makeup. It'll look good once it come together because right now I'm looking a mess. So everything was doing good. She was on the ventilator. She was, you know, responsive. She was, and then all of a sudden it just went left. They was like, that can happen due to COVID, you know. It could be like, it look like it's going good and then all of a sudden it go boom. And I just feel like, sometimes I feel like did the doctors just give up because she wasn't vaccinated? Did they just give up? Like, she ain't vaccinated. Just go ahead on and, you know. I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I just feel like they could have did more. And I feel like if we wasn't in Vegas, it would have been also better for her. Second of all, the ECMO machine, they didn't give her the ECMO machine. I guess you're supposed to get that a week after you get there. Why y'all didn't never introduce that? You know what I mean? Like, you have to be a really, really good advocate for your family member or loved one when they're in the hospital, period. But when they have COVID, because if you don't, the doctors is like, they don't say nothing. They don't do what they supposed to do because they feel like you didn't ask or something. I don't know. Y'all just have to really be careful when it comes to y'all loved ones, when it comes to this COVID stuff. And if you don't say this how you want certain things, and they ain't gonna do nothing. Her oxygen level just would not stay up. That's the main thing. That's what was going on. Her oxygen level just will not stay up. And at one point, I had just left the room, y'all, which was crazy. I was there all day visiting with her. She was fine. I was there all day visiting her. She was fine. No problem. Soon as I walked out the room and went downstairs and got in my car, like I went downstairs, opened the door, sat down, put the key in the ignition, and the doctor called me and said her oxygen level is dropping, and if you still in the building or you still close, you can come back. And I'm like, what? I couldn't understand that. I'm like, I just left. Like, she was doing fine. How, as soon as I leave, the oxygen level dropped? I didn't understand that. I'm like, what? So as soon as I left, it was a nurse in there. And the nurse that was in there already was irritating me. And telling me, like, that's the one who said she never seen no one leave that floor. And even though she probably was right, I don't think that was okay for her to tell me that. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm there with my loved one and I'm praying and I'm talking to her and I'm praying that she get better, and you say, the way she said it was like, she gonna die. Basically, that's how she said. Basically, that's what I mean. I'm finna take this off and redo my face, cause this is not pop. So she basically told me she ain't gonna make it. I never seen nobody come off this floor. Second floor is what she said, to be exact. Second floor. I don't know what that was about, but she was saying she never seen nobody come up that floor. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, damn. Like, why you even say that like that? I went back up there, whatever. They got her oxygen back together. They had all these machines in there, and they checked her heart, and everything came back good. Her heart came back good. Her EKG came back good. Her heart EKG, they did an EKG. It came back good, like wasn't nothing wrong. So I'm like, okay, cool. I stayed there for about another hour. I went home because I had to work. We had shifts. Me, her mom, and her sister had shifts. We would go up there. She always had somebody up there. If she didn't have nobody there, it was like, because visiting hours was over at 8. So 8 until the morning, and then probably like a couple of minutes after one of us leave, because I would go there up there early in the morning. When I got out of work at 7 in the morning, I would go straight up there, and I would stay until her mom got there. Like before her mama got there, I'll leave or something like that, or probably an hour or so. So she was always attended. Like, we always watched that she was okay and stuff like that. So I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm so sorry. And if this video is just like too much, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so I went back up there. She was doing good once I got there, whatever. Hour later, I left. A couple days later, she was doing good. Like, her blood work came back good, but some days it was like good, some days it was bad. They said that COVID pneumonia is the reason why it was like that, because what COVID does to you while in your lungs, you know what I'm saying, attacking her lungs. So anyway, let me just fast forward until, because it's just so much going on. I'm just gonna fast forward. So a couple days before she passed, her oxygen level was just dropping. Like, it just would not up there. And what happened was, I think they bust her lungs is what they did. They bust her lungs is what they did, because they put her ventilator on the highest, and they did this and they did that. So I think what happened was her lungs bust or collapsed or whatever you want to call it. So they would call and tell me, like, her oxygen, she not doing too good, her oxygen dropping. I'm like, dang. The day she passed, which was October 5th, they called and they said her oxygen dropping, and it ain't looking too good. So, you know, you probably want to get up here and say your goodbyes, basically, right? So I'm like, what? You know, I'm a nervous wreck. I'm a wreck at this point. I'm crying. I'm like, what? Like, can't be, because, you know, the day before, her oxygen level was up and down, up and down. All of a sudden, it was just down, down, down. And I'm like, what? And then one of the nurses I called, she was like, yeah, her oxygen level went really low when we tried to rotate her. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, she's just not responding. That's how she said it. And I'm like, she gonna respond. Like, she gonna respond, give her some time. You know what I'm saying? It'll get up there. Whatever the case may be, she'll respond. Basically, what the lady Bout should have just said is she passed on. You know what I mean? The machine just keeping her alive. That's what the lady should have damn said. So, anyway, they like, so me and her mom and her sister basically want her to get better. So we like, when they call and say, you know, you probably want to get up here because her oxygen level is dropping, we thinking it'll get back up there. So we ain't finna run up there, because she gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be good. So some told us, like, I was finna go to work that night. I was finna go to work. Some told me, no, call in and go up there. So I'm at home though, and I'm like stalling, because I really don't want to go up there, because I really don't want to, you know, I didn't want what happened to happen. So I was just, you know, stalling, taking my time. I'm like, man, this can't be real. Like, I know she is not finna pass on, so I ain't finna even go up there right now. She'll be all right. She gonna do good. You know, she gonna do a turnaround. This is what I was hoping for, that she would have did a turnaround. You know what I mean? So I really didn't want to go up there, because I didn't want what happened to happen. So I'm like, she gonna do a turnaround. Some told me to take my tail up there. So I took a shower and I went up there. And I was up there for about like 30 minutes before her mom and sister got there, because they had to go pick up her mom because her mom was in a nervous wreck. That was her child, you know what I mean? She had just lost her son, and that was her child. And y'all know this because Dre explained how she lost her brother to COVID. So anyway, I'm up there and I'm talking to Dre. She wasn't in there. She was in there. Dre was gone. She was gone when I got there. That was just a shell, and the machine was keeping her alive because she looked it passed on. She looked it passed on. But I was still talking to her and stuff, you know, and I'm like, you know, at this point, I'm a little stronger, you know. I'm like, you know, okay, I gather myself together to be okay. Not okay, but be prepared to see what I saw. So I was like, let me go on here. Let me just talk to her. So I talked to her. I kissed on her, was touching her, rubbing her feet, taking pictures of things that, you know, like her tat with our name on it. I took a picture of that. I was taking pictures of just certain things that I just, because she was gone. She was gone. So I just wanted to know, I wanted to go back and look at. So I was talking to her, and I was kissing on her, and I was telling her that I love her. I played our song, her one more time. I can tell that her spirit was already gone, but she was there. You know what I mean? She was still there. And I'm going to tell you why I know she was still there, but she was gone. I don't even know if that makes sense. But anyway, so I'm talking to her. I'm telling her I love her. I'm rubbing her feet. I'm touching her. I'm just, because I know like this is the last time I'm going to be doing this with Dre. So I'm talking to her, like, baby, I love you and it's okay. Like, you know, at first I was being selfish. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if you in there, come back. So if you in there, please come back. You know, and then I was like, it's okay. You know, I love you and whatever the case may be. And I'm talking to her. As soon as her mother and sister walked through the door, when I tell y'all, as soon as they stepped through the door and her mother spoke, Dre was gone. Boop. Soon as her mother spoke and said, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at her picture over here. As soon as her mother spoke and said, my daughter, Dre left. The system counted, like the oxygen level, heart rate, pulse, everything just said to zero, flatline, gone. She was gone. Right after that, she left. When her mama got there, she left. And it was so crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, whoa, she was waiting on you to get here. Thank God, you know, she made it in time. But I'm like, she waiting on you to get here. And I thank God that, you know, I made it before anything like that happened. Now I really understand when people say she was waiting or he was waiting on this person. Like he was holding on into this or that. Now I see what people mean. Because Dre was holding on until her mama and sister walked through that door. As soon as they walked through that door, she felt like it was okay to go. So they tried to revive her. Because before she passed, they asked if anything was to happen, like her heart stop or anything, do you guys, yeah, try to save her. You know, even though she didn't make it and it was her time, we still wanted them to try. So they tried to revive her. She was gone, and I kind of knew she wasn't gonna come back because I felt like she seen her brother. And her brother and her was so close. They were so close. Dre was heartbroken when her brother left. Like she was here, but she wasn't here. And I told her that. I said, you here? Because she was so heartbroken that her baby brother passed. And Dre was the oldest. Her sister, who's still living, is the baby. And now it's just her. I feel so bad for her because now, you know, both her siblings are gone. Like I was saying, if y'all could have seen what I seen, crazy. It was like in the movies. But I definitely had an amazing 13 years with her. And I'm able to live on That's one thing also about Dre. She always told me, if something happened to me, I want you to do the. If something happened to me, I want, like, she always ran down what she wanted. And she wanted to be cremated too. And she always said it. And right before her passing, like a couple of months, no, when her brother passed, she said it again. And she said it to her mother and me. If something happened to me, I told Valentine I want to be cremated. I'm like, why would you say that? And why is you telling your mother that? Like what? Like she knew. That's why I say I think she knew. Because she was talking like she was preparing us. She was talking like she was preparing us. She always told me what she wanted. What she wanted, this, that. And I'm like, why? Why is she, you know? And I used to always be like, I don't want to hear that. Like, don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that because I didn't expect nothing to happen to her. And I didn't want anything to happen to her. And she always told me what she wanted. She sure did. I want you to be happy, okay? And I'm like, stop saying that. Like, you gonna be, you cool. Like, you know, you hear me? I'm just doing it. I can't even really think of what I need to do because I'm talking. They tried to revive her 3 times and it didn't work. And what's crazy is her mom said that. I'm not gonna say that because that's not what. I was gonna say something about her brother. This ain't about her brother, this is about Dre. I can talk about Dre because Dre was my wife and y'all knew Dre. But I'm not gonna say nothing about her brother because, you know, that ain't for me to be talking about. But anyway, so she passed on. I'm doing a lot better now because, you know, she's still here in spirit with me. Tomorrow make 2 months. It's 10 o'clock right now, 10:10. And I'm sitting here doing makeup, but that's because I'm a night owl. And I had a cup of coffee also, so. But, yeah, she was cremated. You guys seen that because I put up her memorial. Also, I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for the prayers, the well wishes, and positive feedback. I want to thank everybody just rocking with us, rocking with me, and still here for me. I want to thank all y'all. Also, y'all, when Dre was in the hospital, we used to talk on the phone before she got put on the ventilator. Before Dre got put on the ventilator, y'all, she had called me, and that was so weird because when she was in the hospital, she wouldn't call nobody. Like, you had to really call her in order to talk to her. And this particular morning, she called me, and that was so freaking weird. And I was just happy that she called me. Oh, you called me? That's what I was saying. I said, you called me? Hey, Buddha. I used to call her Buddha. And I can tell y'all now, because she gone. But anyway, I used to call her Buddha. Sometimes I put it on Facebook, so people that's on Facebook know I call her Buddha. But anyway, so she had called me, and she was doing good. Like, she wasn't talking or nothing because I was hoping that she can save her oxygen so she can, you know, beat that thing. And I was just saying, you know, because she knew a little sign language from my mom and dating me. And she knew a little sign language. So I was like, don't talk, you know, or whatever. So I was doing a lot of talking, and she was just nod her head, yes and no, and all that stuff. So we talked for about 2 hours. And usually, she wouldn't even give you that much time because she was tired. But we talked for a long time. And then she was like, we were talking. And she was like, okay, I'm finna go to bed. I'm tired. And I was like, okay, you want to bed? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, I love you. And she like, I love you. Like, we just got a lot of sentimental videos of her saying that she loved me. And I'm so happy that I have. That's why I was saying I don't have any regret of being like not the perfect girlfriend or being the best to her. She had a wonderful 50th, like a wonderful 50th birthday. Like, here you can see I threw her a surprise birthday party on my birthday. It was my birthday for the 17th. I threw her surprise party on my birthday, not knowing that was going to be her last birthday. I took her on a really good steak dinner for her birthday, because she loves steak. I showered her with gifts. Like, I just did the whole shebang for her birthday. Never would have thought that that was going to be her last. But I'm so happy that I did it. And I don't have no regret of like, dang, if I would have did this, did that, or man, I wish I could have did this and that. I have no regrets because I did everything that I could think of when it comes to Dre's last 50th year. I did everything. Like, she definitely had an amazing 50th. And, you know, it's sad. It's sad what happened. It's really sad what happened. But I'm so happy that I was able to share that 50th with her and make it the best 50th for her. You know what I mean? And I'll put a couple of clips of her party and everything in this video. I'm making this video also to say, you know, tell y'all what happened. You know, everybody knew Dre had COVID. So I'm just trying to explain everything on what happened due to her COVID. And after this video, I probably won't be talking about Dre that much anymore because I'm trying to get past the hurt of her passing. You know, I'm trying to get past that part. Like, I'm tired of opening up. It's like I'm opening up an old wound over and over. So I'm close this chapter, and hopefully I don't have to keep opening it up. Keep opening this chapter up of Dre's passing. You know what I mean? Because for y'all, those who know us and know me and Dre's situation and relationship, we was together 13 years. Never broke up. Never none of that. When y'all seen Dre, y'all seen me. When y'all seen me, y'all seen Dre. That was just our wonderful relationship. We didn't get tired of each other. It was none of that. And for her to lose her life to COVID like that, like that's what took her, it's really, really freaking sad. It's sad. I went through the motions of being mad at her sometime that she left. Everything. Like, I guess it's just it all come to healing. Trying to heal in the best way I can know how. You know what I mean? But I've been talking so much that this video is probably gonna be a minute before I post it because I gotta edit so much. So what I'm gonna do is come back when I'm doing my hair, and I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah.